Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Eris Atelier. My name is Eris, and today I'm actually putting up a tutorial on how I made a duffel bag. So I sort of picked a project that was going to be easy for anyone to recreate. So basically what you need for this bag is just your fabric, your lining, your zip, and the already made strap you're going to use for your handle. If you don't have that, then you can actually make that yourself, but it's usually better to just buy these things, sorry. And the one I use in this project is actually 1.5 inch wide. Yeah, so I figured since I'm going to resume my normal gym routines and all, I just use this chance to make a new gym bag, and I figured that instead of keeping it to myself, I should film it and post it for you guys to see. So if you ever have an idea like this, or this is actually the same way you can make a traveling bag, so you could also do that sorry too, and that should work fine. So I hope you are able to understand this project, and I would love to if you give me a shout out down below. You could like this video, you could comment down below what you think, and if you have any suggestions on anything you want me to make in the future, I am up for that also. And you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Eris Opan, and my business page is at Eris_Atelier. And if you want to collaborate, or if you need my services as a bag maker, you can hit me up on my email, which is erisatelierlagos@gmail.com, and I will respond back to you as soon as I can. First, we're going to gather our materials here, which is the lining, and for the outer part, I'm using print cotton fabric. I've got black zip here. I've got my zip heads with me. And finally, and most importantly, I am actually using a 1.5 wide strap. I got this as a whole roll, so this way I just measure out what I need. So to get the height of the bag, which is 24 centimeters, I divided that number by 2, which gave me 12. And I used a compass to draw a circle. And this is what I'm going to use to trace out the sides of the bag. So to get the entire circumference of this, I just folded my circle into 4 pieces, four parts, that's to make a quarter. And I'm just going to measure this one side, and the number I get is what I'm going to multiply by 4. So now I'm just going to trace out the circle on my outer fabric. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to do 2 pieces for both sides, and I'm just going to cut those. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing for the inner fabric too. You can use any fabric you want, that'll be fine. So my measurement for the main piece is actually 76 by 45 centimeter, and I'm going to cut this exact size for both the outer fabric and the inner fabric. So these are my cut pieces. This is the lining I'm using and the outer fabric. And I cut 4 pieces, which is 2 inner pieces and 2 outer pieces. And these, I just did this for extra pockets. I had no specific measurement for that. So this face here, I have no required measurements. You can do it as long as you want the handles to be, and I wanted my own handles to be really long so I could wear it on my shoulder. So what I did, I just counted 12 centimeters from the edge, and I just pinned the handle to it, and this way when I'm sewing it doesn't shift. So I'm just going to sew the entire handle on the bag all the way through on both sides, so the weight could be evenly distributed and you don't have a situation whereby the strap would rip out of the bag when you're lifting something heavy. And right at the middle of the strap where my shoulder is going to be, I'm folding it into 2, and I'm just going to sew about 4 inches in
This is also not necessary, but I just wanted to do this. It was a personal choice. And this is also optional, but I really wanted the bag to be very soft and fluffy. So I just cut exactly the same size, and for the interfacing I'm using foam. And this is so that I have this very poofy and fluffy bag. So now I'm going to fix the zips. I did the pocket off camera. I just sort of pinned it and sewed it all around. I didn't really do anything special there. But here I want to fix the zip, and I'm going to do it on both sides. So this point is really good. You get the type that separates totally, so you can do it like this and you don't have a situation whereby your zips are so joined on either end. So I'm just going to pin this in between, and when you pin you have to check if your zip is facing the right direction. So I just sewed both sides, and I sewed the interface to the bottom, and I just turn it inside out, so you have both right sides facing the outer part. So before I start pinning the edges, I just go and trim off any excess foam hanging out from both sides and any extra length zip that's still sticking out. I'm going to trim both or 4 corners so it can be a perfect rectangle. So just to prevent any shifting, I just stitched the circles round. I sewed the outer part, the foam interface, and the lining, so I just get to pin them together as one piece, and I don't have to struggle when I'm doing this part. So same here, I'm just going to trim out any excess foam. So now it's time to join all 3 pieces together. But before I do that, I would have to fix the zips. You have to do this first, because if you sew your bag, it's going to be impossible to fix the zip. So now we're almost done. You can already see the shape of the bag started looking good. So now I'm just going to pin all the pieces together before sewing everything. At this point you can just use a weaving machine or something, but I didn't have any, so the method I use is actually called taping. It's pretty much like bias sewing, but if you don't have any of these, you could just sew this and fold it again and sew it again, depending on how you're doing this. But since I already had this and I really want to use this bag, so this way you get neater edges and you don't have anything freezing out. So I'm just going to sew it around once. You can also do this with a simple domestic machine, it doesn't really matter. I just wanted to really get this perfectly. So if you want me to do a review on this folder, you could actually comment down below and I'll be open to talk about it in the future. So now you have the bag inside out and you're just going to flip it out and your bag is set. Guys, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learned something. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment down below what you think about this bag and if there's anything you want me to make again. And I hope you guys stick around and watch my other videos. Thanks for watching, guys.